Hello everyone, it's me, Gameslay99, aka No-Brainer. Welcome to another Star Wars Destiny video. The TTS League Season 5, top 16 matchup against Red 3. I forgot to really look at his deck properly. I don't remember it very well at all. Honestly, Shotos is not even a good weapon for me to keep at the start here, but you guys know what this deck is. You guys know how this works. I'm up against a Kylo 2, First Order Stormtrooper 1, Jawa Scavenger 1. And you may be like, what the hell is that deck supposed to do? Well, for one, it probably expects me to, to have a weapon. I really shouldn't have thrown away the Shotos, let's be honest here. But fortunately, I've got some Greys to deal with Kylo Ren here. And I got a 2. Okay, so he gets to choose the battlefield first. But he's playing OTK. Except instead of using a 7th Sister, Night Sister, and Sienna, he's using a Jawa Scavenger, Stormtrooper, and Kylo Ren. I mean, Kylo Ren's ability is really good, right? GLHF. Kylo Ren's ability is really good, right? Every time he activates, he does 2 damage. So he can probably kill my, Padawan really, really easily. But, okay. He can probably kill my Padawan really, really easily, right? And I'm sure he has Maul Saber and stuff like that, as you'd expect someone to have. And Ancients, of course. But the entire deck relies on Kylo. He does have more health than 7th Sister as well, right? So, every time he activates, he can do up to 2 damage, and he gets more stuff every time he does. So, there's some good stuff there. 1 melee so far. Okay, cool. Because I need to be close to assault. He's gonna... Okay, so he is just gonna start Guardianing. Makes perfect sense. This is not a good start for me. Let's be honest about this. But it could be worse. I guess. Ish. At least I have removal, That's something. Another 1 melee. He can soak that with the Jawa. Yep, that he does. First turn in general is going to be incredibly weak here. Like, incredibly weak. But at least I'm going to get a first turn, Let's just play the Force Illusion on Ayla. I can't really play this Force Illusion on Padawan because its whilst character does not have an upgrade. So. But this makes it a 2-2. So. And call blue. And he hits a gray. Perfect. He didn't have to choose the character beforehand. Okay. So I would like to know who he was going for, but I'm not going to get that. His roll was pretty garbage as well, let's be honest here. So I can just take this resource nice and safely. Do I even want to play this Bespin? I mean, Bespin's a good card against the Boundless Ambition plays, but I don't think he even runs Boundless Ambition. It's worth it just to put it out there, 1 cost threaten things. But he's going to start discarding reroll stuff, and this is where I use all the cards in my hand to make sure we're good on that front. Do I really want to use Hidden Motive on this card side? I guess I do. Otherwise, I'm just going to discard it to try and get a weapon, right? Oh, well, it's a blank. Great. Well, maybe this will mean he discards more cards from his hand. I don't know. I'm going to pass. I don't really want to discard to reroll, so... And, yeah, here I'll claim. At least I have the Guardian now, so he can't Guardian my stuff away. But he's going to be able to just do some discard and reroll. Wow, lightsaber pull, okay. So they actually get something out of these dice. He can get a resource there, and he might be able to get a resource, a damage, or a disrupt. And any of those are good. The 2 for 1, not necessarily so good, but the rest is good. But is he discarding? That's the question. I can't Bespin it, because I've already claimed. But if I didn't claim, then he could claim, and then he would still have the Guardian, and I didn't want to deal with that. But would I rather him have had the resource in terms of discards? I don't know. Alright. He does a single discard, gets a single resource out of it. That's fine by me. I'm going to keep the CQA because it's grey. And there we go. There's a nice heirloom and a nice ancient. Alright, so I can play ancient on Ayla if I wanted to, which would make her harder to kill over time. Or I could put the heirloom on the pad one. Or I could put the ancient on the pad one after the heirloom on the Ayla. No, I think I'd rather heal Ayla, have the potential to heal Ayla if I need to. So we'll put the heirloom on the ancient on Ayla, and I just need one resource in order to get the heirloom to work out for me. Oh, look at that one resource I spent on Bespin Wingard. Okay, he's rolling out early. That makes me think he might have a CQA or something, or he's gonna go for some killing off of his characters. He needs to reroll that too. And he gets a resource out of that. Alright. Not nearly. Alright, yeah. And he hits. He hits the 50% there. That's unfortunate. What can you do? Let's roll in Ayla a bit. I rolled 4 damage. That's pretty good here. I could have guardianed away that one melee. Maybe I should have. Okay, he's going to best defense both of them. So I'm just never going to be able to use this close quarters, it looks like, which is sad. But I can take this resource, and now I have an heirloom play for the pad one. Can of course disrupt me if he wants, but then that's one of his dice used up. But he can't, because he's not got Sienna, he's got a Stormtrooper instead, he can't go for leadership plays, he can only go for price of failure plays. But I'm very worried about this death by 1,000 cuts. I'm not going to be able to get this Force Illusion to do anything. Yeah, let's play the heirloom for 2. If he has a price of failure, I'm okay with him doing a price of failure play here with the resources he's got. So yeah, that looks exactly like what's happening here. Throw out the pad one here. I'll use the Akbar Guardian away something, I'm sure. Question is, who's he wanting to kill off? Is he wanting to kill off his Stormtrooper, who has less health, but the Stormtrooper has better die, right? With Price of Failure, though, you can let your characters roll out. There's no need not to. He's going to play Crash Landing to turn this into indirect. Okay. Sure, I guess. I'll play Spirit Rebellion and get a shield. Because I have the ability to do that for my turn. There are only 2 cards in the graveyard. Definitely haven't played Spirit Rebellion yet. Okay, landed on a blank. I'm gonna pass. Because he's still got plenty of time to roll out characters, and I've still got plenty of time to, you know, guardian things away with Akbar. And I will do. I'll guardian away 1 ranged. Doesn't necessarily feel great only guardian away a single ranged when if he has a ancient lightsaber play available. This is where he prices failures, the Stormtrooper, absolutely, because I just rolled a 1 ranged. Yep. To set back up his Kylo here, and I will discard. I'm discarding the non-blue. I think I should have just passed, and then he would have had a 50-50 of doing 2 damage to me. And I was hoping for a resource for overconfidence plays or for the Bespin. So he's going to Boundless, and now he's got the cards back, because of course he does, but I can actually discard the other overconfidence here now. And reroll. I'm going to reroll both. And I get a blank, unfortunate. But I do get the resource for the potential Bespin here. I definitely should have Bespin last turn if I had the resource. He's going to use the Disrupt for 0 in order to be able to roll out the Kylo. But I don't have any cards in my hand anymore, so this is 2 less potential damage. So he's looking for a good roll here. He gets 3 melee, which is not insignificant, but he needs like a Use the Force or something for that extra plus. So I'm just going to pass here. He's going to have to resolve damage if he wants it to do well. I'm just going to keep passing until he starts resolving something, because I need to know whether or not I should be using my Ancient Lightsaber here. At the end of the day, I am still doing damage to him. He did do a best defense and stuff, so he used the Stormtrooper's health very effectively, but I am still doing damage to him. And this Jawa is going to be kind of useless other than a Price of Failure play, I hope. Now the question is, does he just take the damage? If he just takes the damage, then that means to me he's got like a Mauls or something. Yes. But fortunately, I have 2 shields, so he can't exactly pop. So he can't pop a shield with 1 dice and then roll out a Mauls. Is he thinking of hitting Akbar? Because I would love if he hits Akbar here. Okay, he doesn't. So, I am actually going to pop the Force Illusion here. Oh, and I hit 2 weapons. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to see. Then I'll claim. I could have kept the Force Illusion for the potential +3 shenanigans, but I'm worried that it would be death by 1,000 cuts and I don't get to use my Force Illusion at all. So that's why I popped it. Although, in reality, I definitely shouldn't have because I'm desperate for weapons. Look at all this lightsaber training I can't do. Drew an Ancient. I could play an Ancient on Ayla here for some tankiness. That's probably not worth it. Could play a 4-speed on like the Padawan or something here. I think I'm just going to roll out the Ayla for now and just do a little bit of threatening. Unfortunately, I have 4 blues in my hand, but hey, that's 2 melee. Yeah, I probably should have played one of these blues actually. Played the 4-speed on the Padawan, so the Kylo is much less likely to hit me. Because Kylo activates, he can easily roll into 3 damage to kill Ayla here, and I do not have any removal. So yeah, now I'll play the 4-speed. You know, lightsaber training is good, but maybe I should be playing Concentrate instead. It would have been good to use here to go to a 2 and a +3 and just really threaten things. Load 2 random cards in opponent's hand, discard any of their events. So I lose a lightsaber training here, but I keep the Honor Guard. Which is good for me. Very good for me. Because yeah, I'm going to play the other Ancient for 2. Now he's cycling away a lot of cards. Does he have another Boundless play? Is that what's going on here? If he goes down to 2 cards, I will Bespin. Okay. Invades the Jawa gets nothing, that's fine. I'll roll in the Padawan now. With this 4-speed threaten, this could be very significant. Okay, don't roll the 4-speed, but that is a 3 on the heirloom, which is definitely terrifying. Okay. He demoses it. He calls melee. Alright. And it rolls a resource. Okay. You know, I am going to discard this Honor Guard. And I am going to re-roll these dice, because if I do roll into the 4-speed special, this is very significant. I don't even need the 4-speed special, that's just a really good rollout. Can I kill him this turn? I can kill him. Okay, well, now I'm gonna... that's a random extra, right? Okay, so... I am going to take 2 extra actions, and also turn this to the 3 and this to the blank, because I can. Then I'm going to play this for 1, and turn these to both +3s, and then, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, yeah, no, I can't. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can't do it without overkilling to Kylo. But I do kill Kylo in 1 hit. So that was really good. That happened. Game 1 won. Nice and easy. He didn't have his battlefield, so it was able to easily deal with him. His battlefield can be a problem, but I also really like having the shield. So this is going to be a very difficult decision. I'm going to do it. I'm going to basically be doing it depending on what I draw here. If I draw, because yeah, that was a short one. So yeah, I can definitely. Wow, it was 15 minutes. Wow, that was really short. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be choosing whether or not I want shields based on what I got in my hand. If I've got something that, if I've got like pure blue, I definitely am going to need the shields. Alright, well that's looking pretty pure bluish. I can get a lightsaber pull and I've got a Shotos. That's what I want there. I don't want this handcrafted light bow though. And I got the heirloom, so I don't need this lightsaber pull. Okay. So I am going to take his battlefield. Alright, and now he's going to be right back. Alright, so 5 blues in my opening hand is not... 5 blues in my opening hand is not good against a Kylo, let's be honest here. But it's a really good set of 5 cards. I play 4 speed on the Ailer. I can put the Heirloom Shotos onto the Padawan. Okay. And with the Shotos and the Heirloom, that's gonna be amazing. But I don't have the resources to do Shotos plus Heirloom on my opening, obviously. Okay, he's gonna mulligan 1. Alright, so he's probably got a boundless price of failure set up, and I can't stop that. I could do a lightsaber pull for an ancient instead. He does take the... Oh, it's his battlefield choice. What am I talking about? Yeah. Forgot about that somehow. Oh, an aftermath start. That's really scary. But I also have quite a scary opening. Not scary enough, unfortunately, but quite scary. Alright. He hits 2 weapons, so no discard there. That's pretty good for me. But he did see 2 blues, and he did roll 3. So, boom, he hits the hidden motive. He's going for her. Alright, cool. And then I'm going to play hidden motive. Melee. So hopefully get rid of that too. And I did. Cool. Might say use this lightsaber pull as a reroll, honestly. I'm looking this turn to not do too much, unfortunately. 4-speed special, though, comes out. 4-speed Akbar special. Very scary. Just a 4-speed Ayla special with Akbar. Very scary. And that's 2 indirect, so he probably doesn't want to, you know, Guardian that. Scary thing is, though, he does have an aftermath, so he's got a really strong opening, which he can definitely do some price of failure stuff with. He hasn't used any of his resources yet, but he also doesn't start with a weapon. But it strikes me as interesting that he didn't play a weapon immediately. Because worst comes to worst, if you don't roll a resource like the Stormtrooper, you can always just use Jawa to get a resource off of the weapon you played. Alright, let's roll in the Akbar here. Hopefully the Akbar doesn't hit a ranged to be removed. No, he doesn't. Good. So so long as the Ooh, do I want to take that pass? He did not mulligan very much. But I think I can spend the turn doing a lightsaber pull to pull in. Do I want another Shadows or do I want Ancient? I think I'd rather have the Ancient. Wherever it is. Bottom of the deck. And then we'll let him pass again. Because he does not want to roll out right now. Because I can threaten a lot of damage, so he doesn't want to roll out right now. But if I accept the pass, though, he can just boundless next turn. So I think I do need to roll, unfortunately. And unfortunately, I did roll a melee here, so he is going to be able to Guardian away 2 melee. But at least it was a 2 and not a 1, I guess. And unfortunately, I can only put in, at maximum, another 4 damage here. With the cards available as it is. Although, maybe I just do a reroll here, try and reroll for some melee, but then I do use up a Shotos or an Ancient, and both of these are really good cards. Maybe I just accept the 2 indirect, take a resource from Akbar. I think that's worth it. Let's do a 2 indirect. Let's see if he wants to do an Aftermath stuff. He doesn't. Okay. Okay. There's another pass. That's interesting. I'll take an Akbar resource. Because if he does another pass, then I will take it. I will take this next pass that he does. Because that's just worth it for me. He claims. Okay. Well, that was an interesting play there. So I can take this resource, drop the Shotos next turn, drop the Ancient if I wanted to. I could turn the Force Speed to the Shield as well. It's better than just doing 2 damage, I think. So let's do that. I can actually drop them both on the Ayla here, actually. Although going for the character who's, you know, being attacked is not necessarily the best thing in the world. Let's take that to a shield. Let's take the shield on Ayla, and let's start the next round. And I will have a Shotos and an Ancient on Ayla, even though that's not a great combo. And double binds. Eesh. Don't really want to see this hand. And that's a Maul start. Alright. Could still play the Shotos on the pad one instead. Honestly, it makes a lot of sense to play it on the pad one to spread the shields out to stop this Maul from being able to go off. I think we're still playing with the old rules though. Rules as written, rules as printed from before, so the Mauls does not cost an extra resource for the power action. 50% chance of hitting blue. And I don't have removal for this. Does not hit the blue. Perfect. Alright, unfortunately did not roll particularly well with this, but it isn't anything that he can really deal with either, with his Guardian stuff here. He's gonna rend my 4-speed away, that's just mean. And look at all these zero costs that these people play so that they can get their really nice boundlesses off. Another resource from the Akbar. That's alright. Because this +2 is not very good, you know. None of those dice that he rolled are actually all that good, so he might just go for a reroll. If he's going for a reroll without rerolling the Jawa or the Stormtrooper, that's good for me. I'll take it. He's going to resolve it. Okay. Okay. I mean, that definitely hurts. Don't get me wrong. There's a +2 and there's a 1 melee, so he can definitely go for some removal there. I can take all of the resources in the universe if I want to, but don't think I do. Or 1-2, that is. Yeah, let's toss a binds here. And go for a reroll on everything except this, I think. Because I want melee damage. There we go. That's a 3, so the Stormtrooper will almost die off, and this is going to be a lot of damage going into this Kylo here as well. I actually... Oh, pity about that hidden motive. Otherwise, I could have killed both of them this turn, and that means no price... That would have meant no price of failure plays. Didn't hit it, fortunately for me. I'm going to discard the other binds. I'm going to let him... I'm going to let him... Oh, it didn't land well. That's unfortunate for me. He takes the 2. Alright. Alright, I'm not going to let him have this, so I'm just going to do my 3 melee to the Stormtrooper to kill him. He gets a resource off of it, but which does allow him to boundless if he has the resources for it, but a boundless is not great here. He can only go into 1 price of failure maximum here. He has no idea what this card is. Specifically, he has no idea what this card is, so the the Kylo's ability is not going to be too great here. It's his turn. I accidentally took a screenshot because F11 and F12 are right next to each other. He's looking through my discard pile, okay. He wants to see how much blue has already been hit. You know, he wants to know if I've used that Spirit Rebellion yet that happened or something. I don't know, but he's discarding the best defense now. I figured he might have that. He went for the reroll. He gets the 2 melee, so he's going to be able to do 2 melee and... yeah, maybe I'll do the 2 melee. But by putting down the Spirit Rebellion, he won't be able to do 2 melee to 1 and then roll in the moles at least. But he's going to have the resources he wants here. Now, by discarding this Bespin, I can try for something on this heirloom, and I do. I get a 2. That's nice. And by getting the 2 here, I can take the 2 melee, take the resource, whatever. And accept that he has Guardian again. I'm okay with accepting he has Guardian again. In exchange for taking a resource. And he keeps the 1 card in hand because Akbar. That's why I love Akbar. There's my second Shotos. Alright, now I could either play this stuff on the Ayla, or I could just play this stuff on the Padawan. Padawan kind of has too many shields as it is. But the Ayla might just die if I'm not careful. And mostly red as well, which is nice. Although that's 5, that's 6. That's enough to kill the Ayla. Doesn't hit a blue, but that is enough to kill the Ayla, even if I like Ancient Lightsaber. This is why I need my Guardian. Well, even Guardian wouldn't have... I would have to have Guardian away the +3 in order for that to work. So yeah, Ayla's dead. That's unfortunate. Wait, I can... Hang on. I can hit a motive that and call melee. If this works, Ayla lives. There's no point using the Ancient Lightsaber, she's gonna die, right? Hey! I survive. I was already thinking of how best to kill off Ayla. Do you see how little I care about Ayla? I should care about you more, sweetie. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I need to care about you more. I need to try and keep you alive instead of letting you die. With this, it becomes really difficult for him to kill me because of Spirit Rebellion and stuff. If he could try and ping 2 shields off a Padawan in order to roll in the mauls again, and that would be hilarious because then I just Shoto's. Shoto's really good against mauls for that reason. And just get a shield on demand if he tries to break my shields. And with Spirit Rebellion, I can get more shields on demand. So he's going to put the 3 into like that, sure. And then I'm going to Spirit Rebellion, shield her up for 2. And there's no way a Jawa can kill her. I'm just slightly too tanky for him to get a kill. And getting a single kill is what he needs. His entire whole, like, OTK is not really to OTK, it's to kill off the big guy. You know, Seventh Sister can do an entire OTK. His is kill off the big guy, and then I've got 12 health with 2 extra damage a turn, which is just better for me. He's got a better late game than the OTK. And that's what he does here. So, he's going to hit 2 cards. Neither of them are events. So, that's fun. I'm going to play the Shotos on Ayla. And he's going to have the real trouble breaking through all of this. Now, he could have, like, the card that makes damage unblockable, but I don't think that's in his deck. I saw his deck list before him, but I don't remember it. There's a Force Illusion, though. If he was slow playing me to get the maximum value out of this Intimidate, I will be impressed. Alright, 3 damage, respectable. It'd be safe for me to play Honor Guard, but I am kind of trying to just win here. And none of it is Guardianable, really, so... And honestly, because of the threat of Price of Failure, I'll kill him there. He gets the resource, but now he hasn't got anyone to deal with that. The Night Sister makes the OTK deck work properly. So... Alright, he doesn't have anything, so I can freely just play this Honor Guard, honestly. No reason for me not to. I'll save my bacon later on. Now I'll roll out the bad one. He's probably got removal, and that's why he's being so weighty here. Where's my other Shoto's lightsaber? Diagon. I don't know. That's interesting. Oops. Oh, there it is. There it is. Ugh. I was wondering where that was. And I got a 2 and a 1. Alright. That's still damage, and it's not great stuff for him to remove. Force Illusion he can definitely Force Illusion for like 3 or 4 here, and he's got the dex to do it. Alright, he's just gonna claim, he doesn't have removal, good to know. Otherwise I'd be playing this a lot more passively. Yep, sure, discard and reroll these 4 dice. Oop, that's one of his resources. Reroll all of these dice. I get a 3. And I get a resource here, so I'll take the Akbar resource here. I will do 5 to Kylo. And he might hit the 3, choose the 3 here with the heirloom. Okay, he's going to get rid of the 2. That's interesting. And he loses a Price of Failure, which he didn't care about, and Lightsaber Pull, which he didn't care about. Good to know. Shield, I can put the shield on Akbar, I guess. And honestly, I think it's worth it just to toss out the Ancient at this point. Let's just play it safe, you know. By playing... So the thing is, she only has one... Ayla only has 1 more health left and 2 shields. By doing this, I put the Ancient to the bottom of the deck. Ayla's got some health up. She's now gone from 9 health to 7. So she's got 6 health left. And 6 health is quite a bit out of Kylo Ren's range, but I did just draw a Force Illusion anyway. So, is this guy to reroll 0? Okay. He didn't want to pass is basically what this was, I think. because he wants the ability to Guardian away damage. Makes sense, I do have a CQA. Oh, Rise again. Oh, he wants to play the Shotos. Alright, that works. That does in fact work. Oh, and if I activate Pad 1 here, then she doesn't get her shield, but I mean, that's okay. Come on, melee. Alright, that's enough melee for me to... He's probably going to Guardian this away, but that's enough melee for me to tear out his hand with Close Quarters Assault. Which is what I really want to do. And his rolls was okay. Could be better, though. Gonna call blue. He's going to hit blue. Is he going to hit the Ayla? Is he hitting the Ayla? Yeah. Alright, so Ayla has... Yep. Oh, okay, he's thinking. Let's see, so... Yeah, no, Ayla's gonna have herself 4 health left. So it will be difficult for her to survive. And the Shotos as well. Alright, so she's gonna have 3 health left. So the full solution is gonna be what has to come out here to block 4. Otherwise she would just die. Overconfidence just isn't confident enough for me. But this way I can stop 4. I would really have liked to place Close Quarters Assault as well, but wasn't able to. Because I needed to keep Ayla alive. But keeping this Ayla alive is proving very effective. I'm going to discard. No, he's going to CQA for 3. Alright. I guess my overconfidence, my CQA, my lightsaber training. So I will in turn CQA for 2. But he has a decent hand, you know. He loses the doubt. Nice. Okay, he takes 2 from the Akbar. Yep. And now this is what we've rolled, right? Neither of us have anything better. Actually, in reality, I probably should have just honor guarded instead to remove that 2 melee. But then he could still do a reroll. I don't know. Saving a Grey for next time's nice. No. Yeah, I'll take the 2 because I have to, and that means Ayla's gonna die on the next activation of his. He's still gonna be able to roll out the moles here, which is good for him. Very good for him. Wrong range. Okay. Unfortunately, I was hoping that this might just happen to be the, you know. I was hoping this might be the God stuff. Okay, he's not wanting to roll out the moles. Alright. Well, yeah, I'll do the 1 more damage. I was hoping that, but yeah, I was hoping that would be the 2 focus, and then he would have been really screwed. Alright, draw 5. Here's a handcrafted light bow, but I've got 1 grey at least. Can't really put the handcrafted light bow on Ayla, yeah. Make no mistake, he's still well within his rights. He's got 5 health left. Wow, okay, he's gonna let my Ayla roll out first. That could be a significant mistake. He's gonna get out of Shotos, sure, but letting Ayla roll. Okay, wrong one. Ancient. Alright, yeah, it's gonna be able to heal him and stuff, but letting Ayla roll out is not a great option. Because that could have been a lot worse. He heals 2 for it, but he'll take 2 from the 2 indirect, you know? I guess I'll activate the pad 1. It's like, do I oh right, Akbar had a shield, of course he couldn't. Maul's last turn. It was one of those, do I activate pad 1 now, or do I save it to deal damage to him through the shadows instead? But I'll do it now. Alright, that's a 2 that he'll have to take with the Guardian. And he rolls no damage at all, basically. So that's pretty lucky for me. He's going to call blue. He's going to hit it. Who's he going to be on? Is he going to be on the pad 1? Is he going to be on Ayla? It's going to be on Ayla, so I will Force Illusion that, obviously. And I lose an Heirloom and a Clash. Alright. But he didn't get any damage. And this Heirloom die doesn't exist. He didn't roll any damage, so I can... Wait, the Clash is mine. Sorry. Clash is mine from the trial trigger. Alright, so I can Clash here. Turn to a 2. And that would threaten lethal, so I will Clash here, because yes, of course I will. I will blank that, turn this to the 2. He's going to have something to deal with that. He decided not to take the 2 on the Heirloom. Does he have a hidden motive here? Going to hidden motive this. Going to call melee. He's going to hit melee. Alright. Alright. I will discard the lightsaber pull here, and, well, actually, I won't discard the lightsaber pull. I'll just resolve 3 melee here. That puts to 9, and then Ayla's 2 indirect puts him 11. I should have resolved the 2 indirect first, actually. Yeah, that would probably have been smarter. But I can significantly threaten lethal overall. But yeah, doing the 2 indirect probably would have been smarter, because then I could reroll this into melee and get him dead a turn earlier. Sounds like I could have left that melee out and rerolled these. Alright, that's still not looking too great for him, but now he can kill off Ayla. And I don't really care about letting her live here, so 2 indirect's fine. And I can play Bespin here, which will stop him from doing a second reroll, so he's only going to get 1 more reroll out of this. If he rerolls now, then I can Bespin and win, basically. He would have to really god roll me. Alright. Ayla goes down. And he's... gets a resource from Aftermath. And he does pop the final one there. Alright, cool. So yeah, by playing the Bespin here, I make so he can't reroll or else he dies, so he's going to have to do that, yep. That's fine by me, and that gives me the tempo to reroll the pad 1, try and get damage out myself. So yeah, I can discard this lightsaber pull, reroll these 2 dice. Could have kept him to play the Ironcrafter, there we go, there's more damage, and that should be game. Unless he can remove it, but if he removes it, then Bespin deals 2 damage. And with Honor Guard and Overconfidence, I still have plenty to survive with. And this Akbar shield has kept the Mauls from ever working. So I think that is game. GG. Bespin for the win? I still had Handcrafted and Overconfidence there. I missed out the S, that's terrible of me. But yeah, overall, I was just too tanky to deal with him. He had these price of failure balanced ambition plays, but because I was able to kill off his Stormtrooper and Jawa early because he was using the Guardian stuff, I was able to kill those off early. He had Aftermath up the entire game, and he got a Rise Again off, but it didn't matter, because once those 2 guys are dead, he loses a significant amount of his burst potential with Price of Failure stuff. And Akbar was preventing him from getting the full power of any of his Boundless and stuff like that. So I did get I'm going to say some decently lucky rolls at times, but that's why those decks play Night Sister and Sienna. Sienna has 9 health and can leadership. And that 9 health is a big difference from 6 for the Jawa. And then Night Sister can just keep pinging to ensure maximum value out of the dice. I mean, Kylo is a lot stronger than 7th Sister, let's be honest. I mean, 7th Sister with Seeker Droid is very scary, especially when you're rolling multiple Seeker Droids dice out. It's absolutely insane. Let's be real, that is absolutely insane, but I do like the way he was doing the Kylo with that 12 health, with that rise again. The Kylo can win the 1 versus 1 situation. He had the Price of Failure shenanigans to kill off one of them and then win the other 1 versus 1 situation. Probably pretty good against Boba 7th now that I think about it. But against my deck, not really. Against Ayla Ray, maybe again. But that's because that was mono blue. This was not mono in the slightest. He missed a good amount of his Kylo Ren activations. So this has been me, GameSlay99, aka No Brainer. Thank you guys for watching. Way shorter, top 16, into the top 8, baby. Signing out.